We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
The basketball world is scratching its head again over what might be the weirdest endorsement deal we've seen in a long time. Angel Reese keeps making headlines, but not in a good way, with plays that have commentators wanting to hit mute instead of replay. And with her signature Reebok shoe dropping in 2026, people in the industry are starting to wonder if this might turn out to be one of the priciest mistakes since someone thought the XFL was a smart move.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
Every time Angel Reese steps on the court, stats guys across the country hold their breath, and not because they're excited. In her second year, she's pulled off something kind of unbelievable. She's hitting just 31.5% of her layups, even though she's taken the third most in the league. Yeah, let that sink in. We're talking about a 6 feet 3 inches pro missing shots that high school JV kids make without thinking twice.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
It's almost a math problem how someone can be this bad from right under the basket. Angel Reese has basically become an accidental comedy show. One moment that really stuck with fans was a stretch against the New York Liberty where she missed 4 straight putbacks in just 12 seconds. 2 of them even got blocked. The clip blew up online faster than a TikTok dance, but not in a good way. It was like a lesson in how to turn a basic basketball move into full-on performance art.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
On paper, Angel Reese's overall field goal percentage this season is a decent 44.4%, which doesn't sound too bad until you remember most of her shots are coming from right under the hoop. For comparison, most pros hit layups at around 70 to 80%. But somehow, Ria's turned the easiest shot in the game into a literal coin toss.
Spin cycle, the Angel Reese, face up, oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up, crossover, crossover, right to the rack, and but we got our own rebound. Beautiful, we got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again, a little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another, but don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. Point forward, Angel Reese.
The biggest sign of how rough things have gotten with Reese's shooting? Just listen to the announcers. These are pros who get paid to make everything sound exciting. People who can turn a regular free throw into a game-changing moment. But when Angel Reese heads to the rim, even they have a hard time keeping it together. You can hear it in their voices. They're trying, but it's a struggle.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
If you're enjoying this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. During a recent game, after yet another head-scratching miss on what should have been an easy layup, one of the commentators actually laughed, right there on the live broadcast. And this wasn't the playful kind of laugh that comes with a rare blooper. This was the kind of laugh that says, "I don't even know what I'm watching anymore." When the people whose job it is to hype up the game start laughing at your game, that's a line most athletes never want to cross. And the internet? Oh, it noticed. Big time. Clips of her missed layups have gone viral, racking up millions of views. Fans are editing them with circus music, slow-mo replays, and everything in between, turning each miss into a mini-comedy sketch. But this isn't the kind of viral moment that sells sneakers. It's the kind that makes marketing teams stare out the window, rethinking every decision that got them here. Let me know if you want to wrap it up with a conclusion or keep going.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
Through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at you.
Now, if Angel Reese were struggling on a winning team, people might look the other way. But that's not the case here. Her rough performance is just one part of the mess that is the Chicago Sky right now. Sitting at 7-21, the team is having such a tough season that even a rec league squad might shake their heads in disbelief. They're currently on an 8-game losing streak, and to make things even more confusing, they've gone 0-5 in games Reese has missed due to a back injury. So now we've got this weird situation. They can't seem to win with her, but somehow they're even worse without her. It's like watching someone complain about a busted air conditioner while their entire house is on fire.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts winning.
Coach Tyler Marsh has tried to stay upbeat, but even his most carefully worded quotes can't cover up the real problem. The Chicago Sky built their team around a player whose most reliable contribution has been unintentional comedy. When your star player's most memorable highlights are missed layups that even a blindfolded middle schooler might make, well, let's just say your title hopes tend to shrink a bit. Then there's Reebok. Under Shaquille O'Neal's leadership, the company made a bold move by signing Angel Reese as the face of their basketball comeback. They're planning to drop her signature shoe in 2026. On paper, it looked like a smart bet. Young player, big following, lots of upside. But reality has a way of turning paper plans into origami disasters. Reebok CEO Todd Krinsky even compared Reese to legends like Shaq and Allen Iverson, saying she has the same game-changing potential. The problem? Shaq and Iverson were, actually great at basketball. Now, people in the industry are starting to wonder if Reebok really understood what they were signing up for. Because when you build your brand around an athlete, you're not just investing in what they're doing right now, you're banking on where they're headed. And in Reese's case, that direction seems to be straight at the rim, followed by the ball bouncing sadly into the stands.
Who I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to. I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you were fucking lucky, cause I was about to. I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times, I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post on social media.
Ironically, the most merciful twist in this whole basketball saga might be Angel Reese's recent back injury, which has kept her out for a few games. Now, No one wants to see a player get hurt, but let's be honest, her absence has given everyone a much-needed break from the weekly reel of basketball blunders. The timing couldn't have been better, for everyone. Her injury came right as social media was drowning in clips of missed layups, complete with clown music and slow-mo edits. With Reese off the court, fans and commentators alike have had a chance to reset, and Reebok's marketing team gets a moment to regroup and figure out how to sell sneakers tied to a player whose most viral moments are all missed shots. Even more telling? The injury kept her out of a matchup against the Indiana Fever, home of Caitlin Clark, her former college rival, who's actually making the leap to the pros look easy. If Reese had played, it could have been one of the most lopsided showdowns we've seen in a long time. Picture David versus Goliath. If David were blindfolded and Goliath had a ball and a clear path to the basket.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the better of her today.
From a business angle, the Angel Reese situation is a wild example of how athlete endorsements can go totally off the rails. Reebok has put a lot of money behind a player whose on-court struggles actually clash with the whole point of athlete endorsements, that success inspires people. Usually, these deals work because fans want to be like the stars. You buy Michael Jordan shoes because you want to be like Mike. You get LeBron James gear because you want to feel that championship vibe. So what's the pitch for Angel Reese shoes? Missed layups just like your favorite pro. Reebok's tried to shift focus to her personality and social media buzz, highlighting her bold attitude and cultural impact. That might work for lifestyle brands, sure. But when you're selling performance basketball gear, it gets tricky. It's tough to convince people that wearing these shoes will make them better when the player they're named after seems to treat basketball basics like
great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely.
Angel Reese's struggles might be easier to forgive if she had teammates who could pick up the slack. But the Chicago Sky seem to have put together a roster that actually makes her weaknesses stand out even more. The team can't create easy shots, which just makes Reese's already questionable shot choices look worse. On top of that, head coach Tyler Marsh is in his first year and stuck trying to build a winning game plan around a player whose best skill might be creating viral moments online. It's like getting a sports car with square wheels and being told to win the Indy 500. What's even more telling? When Reese has been out with injury, some of the team's offensive numbers have actually gotten better, even though they're still losing. That means while she's pulling down rebounds, her presence might be hurting the team's overall game. It's exactly the kind of weird stat that gives coaches heartburn and makes GMs start thinking about their next job.
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Oh, yeah, Angel. It's okay. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
In today's social media world, you could argue that Angel Reese's struggles have actually made her more visible than if she were just playing well. Her missed layups rack up millions of views. Her questionable plays turn into instant memes, and her overall basketball confusion gives endless material for sports shows to talk about. It creates this weird situation where being bad at basketball actually turns into entertainment. Reese has basically become like a reality TV star, famous just for being famous, no matter the talent or wins. For a company like Reebok, that's a tricky gamble. Do you back someone who gets a lot of attention, even if most of it's negative? The problem is, viral fame based on failure usually doesn't last long. Sooner or later, people move on to the next funny fail, leaving behind shoe deals and products no one really wants. It's the difference between being memorable and actually worth remembering.
There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok, he's put together a load of Angel Reese clips, and it'll say Angel Reese part 36, and it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup, she misses, bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
As the planned 2026 launch of Angel Reese's signature shoe gets closer, the tension is real. Reebok's already poured a ton of money into marketing, dropped preview images, and built up hype for what they hope will be a game-changing moment. But culture kind of does its own thing, and right now, the culture around Angel Reese is all about basketball confusion and missed shots. People inside the industry are starting to whisper about switching up the launch plan. Some think Reebok might turn the shoe into more of a lifestyle sneaker instead of a serious basketball shoe, since the link between Reese and top-level basketball just isn't there anymore. Others think the launch might get pushed back indefinitely, hoping time will help soften the blow from all those viral highlight reels, or, well, lowlight reels. And the most pessimistic? They say Reebok might even be looking for a way out of the deal completely. The company says they're still committed, but when your brand gets tied to constant on-court struggles, it's hard to ignore the business side of things. Eventually, even the most patient investors want to know if they're going to get their money back. The Angel Reese story is something new in sports marketing, a signature athlete whose signature move is missing shots that should be a sure thing. Reebok's big bet on her potential has become a textbook example of what happens when performance doesn't live up to...
She is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
As the Chicago sky keeps sinking deeper into basketball obscurity, and Angel Reese keeps unintentionally providing comedy gold, Reebok's questions are only getting more urgent. How do you sell shoes tied to failure? How do you market performance when the performance is straight up struggling? How do you build a brand around someone whose biggest claim to fame is starring in blooper reels? The clock's ticking down to that 2026 launch, and with every missed layup, every viral basketball fail, and every loss for the sky, we get closer to what could be the most awkward shoe launch ever. Unless Angel Reese suddenly flips the script, and let's be honest, that feels about as likely as her nailing her next wide-open layup, Reebok might end up pushing a product no one wants to be connected to. In the end, the Angel Reese experiment could end up as a warning for athlete endorsements in the age of social media. Sometimes the person getting all the buzz is famous for all the wrong reasons. And no amount of marketing wizardry can turn real athletic struggles into a commercial win. The real question now isn't if Reebok will rethink their investment, it's whether they'll do it before or after this launch turns into the most expensive joke in basketball.